Big soul of it too. It's a boy Deep K here, and I get a ball now. Welcome to a KVY production tutorial video. Today we're going to be doing a Royal MusiQ tutorial or my young Yana tutorial. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel, but we're back. We're back full force. We're back pushing. We're back with another banger. You know what I mean? Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I have made the beat. I'm going to be breaking it down for you, but first I'd like you to have a listen at the beat. All right. I was also dancing to it. Hi, it's on. Hi, it's on. Very on. Very delicious track, as you can hear. But yeah, let's get into breaking down the track. So I'm gonna first start with the first section of this beat. I'm gonna be doing the first part of the beat only, simply because after the break, the beat essentially repeats. So I wouldn't want to put you guys through that trauma. So yeah, let's get into it. So we start off with this shaker, and this is how it sounds. Right, then we also have with that shaker 8, right, and together this is how it sounds. Right, and then we're gonna first start with the first pattern of our percussion. Understand? Alright, so with this percussion, we had a loop that we essentially sampled from this pack, right? The name of the sample, VDD Disco 115. Shout out to Vanessa the DJ, by the way. And yeah, and that's how the percussion sounds. So it's basically that percussion loop that has been sampled with the kick, right? And together is how it sounds. The second section of the beat, and I'm just going to combine it with the third section of this beat so that we can move a little bit quicker in this video. All right, so moving on, we have this pad, right? Very ambient, very soft, and I think most of you guys know this preset, right? It is the old school Sona. Right, and obviously we added effects on this thing. Well, actually there wasn't any effect, I just mixed it, interesting enough. All right, so that's that for the pad, and along with that we had the first bass line to actually introduce the song, to give the song a bit of a introductory feel, to let you know that we are now within the song. It is a preset that I made on 3D DX10. It looks like this. It's the Martin special. Well, I actually tweaked it. It's not the original what you call Martin special lock drum that you know that you would hear. This one I actually tweaked it. Right. I mean, if you listen to DJ Martin's older songs, I think one of our series episode 1, you'd hear this type of bass. You know, although we did end up finding the actual bass, which I'll be showing in a different video. But yeah, this is how it sounds altogether. And obviously within the song, very simple, very nice, very delicious, right? Beat. All right. And then with that as well, we had this shaker, very crunchy, you know, delicious sounding, and yeah, man. And along with that, in the second section, I just want to introduce this quickly before we move on. We have another lead, you know, and this is how it sounds. Basically, same melody, different variation of the sound, you know, and all together, this is how it sounds. Moving on to the other elements of the track, we also have the sound, and I think you might know it from a popular song named Funk 55, which essentially is a sound. Alright, and then we also have a bit of percussion that's moving, you know. There's just random sounds, random percussion, hats and snares and congas and whatnot. This is how it sounds. Like that, but anyway. And then we have this effect, right? And then the famous effect, this one. Anyway, this is how it sounds all together. Moving on to the next section, we have another shaker 8 being introduced here. And basically what the shaker does here is that it introduces a different groove. It basically lets the listener know that now we're in the next part of the song. You know, it's basically another ladder, it's another step into the song. And also it's blended in with other shakers. Again, we introducing the groove, we letting it build up a little bit more. And this time around, we are also found by other elements, you know, that I'd like to introduce to you guys. The sound as well as the sound, you know, right? And then we have percussion again, as you can hear, very delicious. Right, again we are moving the track is starting to move. And then also here we are also being met by the good old machine, you know. If you guys know the sound of machine and what it does to a track, you guys know that it makes the track bang a lot. It's one of those presets that essentially just makes the track move, you know. It makes the track move a lot. Right, let's listen to the record. And now we're at the climax of the song. Now, with this part, I added a good old clunky bass, and I'm telling you here, it's a bit of a chaos. It's a bit of a energy lifter here. You know, I added a sound that really, really energizes the track. You know, and this is how it sounds. And it's a simple one. It's a clunk bass from DX10, and all we did is just add reverb only. There's no ghost beat. I know it's there, but it's switched off. I just added reverb, played along with the equalizer on the stock FL Studio mixer bus, and it's just going to elevate the track and make it more energized and make it more danceable. You understand? So that's I'd say the main part of this section, but also the bass. The bass now, it's hard hitting, it's delicious, and it has a lot of layers. You know, it's the clunk bass, it's the Fruity DX10 lock drum, it's the tube bass as well to add the sub in under it, and all together, this is how it sounds. You know, very, very, very delicious bass. But the main prominent part of this section I want to show you, it's this. As you can hear, the trunk bass just, it just changed the track. It just changed the track. There's a little bit of effects here and there, and it basically led into the next part of the song with the even harder hitting bass, and I think this time we changed the sub, as you can hear, right? We introduced with the FM sub, the good old FM sub. If you listen to Amapiano during the 2019 Kabza Vibro Deep days, this was the sub that we were using back then. It's a very not ambient, but it hits the soul. Like, you can actually feel it in your heart when you hear this bass, and then we also have layers of the lock drum to make it more hard hitting, And another element that I'd like to introduce you guys to, it's essentially what I call the Djy Biza lock, but basically it's inspired by an artist called Djy Biza, So it basically sounds like this. This is where I heard it. I heard it from. I heard it first from Djy Biza back when we used to rock the teke sound. If you know what teke is, make sure to comment down below and say teke. But yeah, this is where the sound that I got it from. Basically, and it's just the notes that I essentially slided it down, and I just added reverb and delay on it. Yeah, so it's basically an element that's so subtle, but adds a significant element to the track itself, yeah, and I think that was it. So this is the climax of the song, essentially, and this is where we, basically the bass is hitting, there's energy there, there's a lot of interesting elements. Obviously, you can have all of these elements, you can have all of these tricks, but if you can't arrange the song well, you can't have character. You understand? You can't have a story to your song. These little pauses, these little nuances just elevates the track a little bit more. The pause that you just heard here, it just gave room for that buffalo log to actually be more prominent and be more extreme and a lot in your face, so that you are actually wowed by the element itself. And these are the little things that these producers use, you understand, to actually wow the crowd while the DJ is performing, you understand. So you need to add these elements here, and I'm telling you, it's just a game changer to your songs. And that's basically it. I did add the chords here, but it's not really a prominent part of the song, but I am going to be playing it so that you guys hear. But after this, I'm going to be reviewing the whole track again so that we can hear it. You understand? Very delicious chords. There's another variation that I added here with the pad.